X's and O's, KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network and Vikings.com, indeed underway. I have good news for you. Would you like some good news?
I would.
Technically, you coach a first-place team in the NFC North because the three who lost outside of the Minnesota Vikings all lost to NFC teams. You lost to an AFC team. So technically, Rule 4, as the playoff tiebreakers go, you have a 500 record in the division, which means you're coaching a first-place operation into this Arizona game. How does that make you feel?
Not any better.
No, not lingering. Well, what happened to the 24-hour rule from Cincinnati? I mean, from just wins and losses.
Yeah, we got to get back to work.
Yeah, and Arizona is the bill of fare this weekend. It's another road game, 3 o'clock on KFAN of the Vikings Radio Network. Now, back to Cincinnati just for a second. Overall, looking back at it, what'd you think of their offense?
Like I said before, they had some good skill players, and the quarterback was good. And then, I thought the running back ran hard.
Were you in any way shocked during the course of the game when they went for it 4th and 1 from the -30 at that stage of the game?
I don't think shocked was the right. I've seen him do that several times. I was happy he did.
Well, obviously because you guys stopped mixing, but did that turned the whole thing around, didn't it? I mean, what was the bench like?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, then we went down and scored a touchdown and got back into the game.
Did you say anything to their safety or get into him a little bit, yelling from the sideline when he was talking to your kicker as he was walking up for the 53-yarder to tie it?
Yeah, I was talking to the official to try and get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Oh.
So that's what I was doing at the time.
Oh, okay. So that's like an unwritten rule. You just don't do things like that.
Yeah.
Up to that moment.
It's unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. How about Greg Joseph, 53 yards, hit it pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good kick.
Yep. That certainly was one of the highlights of the game. Kirk Cousins, I felt, came up cold-blooded at the end of the game with Conklin and KJ and Thielen, and obviously you had to have it. Overall, what did you think of Kirk's game?
I thought he did well. There was obviously some different looks and some pressures that he didn't have a lot of time in some of the situations. But it was nice seeing in the 2-minute drill went down. KJ made a great catch on 4th and 4, I believe it was, in order for us to get down there and kick the field goal. So yeah, it was good.
Did you see this coming with KJ? I mean, 7 catches, 76 yards. I think he was in for 67 snaps. I know you liked him in the offseason or he wouldn't have made the team and subsequently played, but oh, man, I thought he looked really good.
Yeah, he's had a good offseason. I think that, he's improved a tremendous amount and he continues to work hard.
The Jefferson to Osborn pass was right in front of you. Does Justin throw a catchable ball? I mean, was it a dime?
Yeah, he throws a pretty good ball. We were trying to throw it to Thielen, but he was covered.
Yeah. So. Do you? I mean, potentially a dumb question here, but like when he knows that's coming, and then it's actually called, does he do you have to make sure he doesn't get too excited and overthrow the guy or something?
No, he throws it pretty well.
Yeah, because all those athletes think they can do anything, run, throw, kick, the whole thing. Mike Zimmer, X's and O's, Vikings Radio Network. The special teams, what did you like about that from the Cincinnati game?
Well, I thought we flipped the field position pretty well. We had a chance for a couple returns. I thought the guys went down there hard and ran hard. We did I thought in the coverage phases, I thought guys showed up. We protected well. Had a couple good punts.
Connolly got through there. Did he tip that? Or?
I think he might have just tipped it a little bit. We wish that he'd have got the whole thing and could have won the game for us there too.
Wow, that's right. And with Connolly, obviously with Ryan Ficken and special teams, they scheme something they see and it works, I would imagine. But I mean, it all just has to come together, right, for a guy to get through that fast.
Yeah, and they messed up the blocking a little bit, but we had a great opportunity. We just didn't quite get it done.
Special teams coordinator Ryan Ficken follows the Mike Zimmer interview after a short pause. When you're running offense and Dalvin Cook is the identity of the offense, and you're seeing 5-man fronts, and okay, so it's 2, 3, 6, 2, and then you want to throw, but then say the protection gets leaky. How do you handle that double-edged sword?
Well, I think one of the things that you got to do is you got to bring more people in to protect, obviously, and you got to take your shots one-on-one on the outside. They were daring us to throw the football at times the other day, and we need to take advantage of it.
With Kyler Murray this weekend, I mean, you're going to spend the entire practice week getting ready for the plays and everything, and you're as good as the NFL has seen at doing that. But what about the off-schedule improvisation, Fran Tarkenton all over the place stuff? I mean, that's, I don't want to say it's a concern, but like, how do you coach that?
Well, it is a concern. You have to try to make sure that you get your edges set. You have to be very, very diligent about when you come up to him. If you are a free runner, you got to make sure that you're on the upfield shoulder because he'll spin and get out. He's faster than most guys on the field, and so we've got to do a good job there. Plus, they've got a lot of quarterback draws in for him. They've got quarterback zone reads, speed option, a lot of different things.
Well, moving forward, Mike, if you mix the 3-4 and the 4-3 like you did in that Cincinnati game, what advantages should that give you moving forward in the season?
Well, it changes rules for offenses. It changes rules to get into when you're in a 3-down package. Who are the edge players and who the backs have to block. It changes the line movement, and same thing with the 4-down. But on some of the wide zone plays, on some of the flash plays with the tight end coming back, it stops it from expanding as far as it normally does.
And when you have an offseason with 4-3 defensive ends and you can stand them up and do what you're doing or what you did, is there a learning curve with that when you get into regular season games?
Well, we played it a little bit in the preseason just to get a feel for it, just to make sure that we can, so those guys get a little taste of it. I'm sure there's more of a learning curve as you're installing it than typically during the games. But, obviously you see some different things.
Cliff Kingsbury, coach of the Arizona Cardinals, his offense, what's his identity? Because I noticed when Kyler Murray ran his touchdown in, he had a couple of defensive ends in the backfield to the left of Kyler who went right, including J.J. Watt. That was different.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. They'll have 2 backs on the same side. They'll have 2 tight ends on the same side in the backfield, 3 backs in the backfield at a time. So, it's going to be a lot of studying this week.
Technically, if the season ended today, you'd be hosting Arizona in the wild card round, but you're thoroughly done with that bit, and that's fine. Time for 2 more. How often do you FaceTime your grandkids, and does it bring you calm?
I have not FaceTimed them because for some reason my FaceTime is not working when they try. So
we'll use Hagen's phone.
Yeah,
he won't let you get into his FaceTimes. That might just cause a complete Pandora's box. Do you and last one? Do you and other coaches sleep well or get rest this time of the year, specifically early in the week? I'm not trying to be Mr. Sleep Number or like Granddaddy here, but early in the week, you guys just mash and grind, and sleep's so important.
Yeah, it was pretty rough this week so far. I was in here about 4:30 this morning. Studied till after 9 o'clock. So
yeah.
That's kind of the week now.
The mugging of the A gap is not invented by rolling in at 8 a.m. It's a fair way to look at it.
Possibly, yeah.
Best of luck this week. Thanks for the chat.
All right, thanks, Paul.
Mike Zimmer, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm Paul Allen. The Minnesota Lottery brings us X's and O's, and special teams coordinator Ryan Ficken is next on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network.